Hi everyone, it's James here from Belvoir Lettings and welcome to my weekly property vlog. Hope you're all keeping well. Today I wanted to discuss the holistic approach to renting a property. So what I mean by this is it's not just the consideration of the bricks and mortar with your rental property. I like to think of it in terms of three different aspects. Firstly, the legal, secondly, the financial, and thirdly, the maintenance. So if I cover each of these in turn and explain the ramifications of each when dealing with your rental property, things will start to become a bit more clearer. So firstly, if we start with the legal side of things, obviously a tenant has a tenancy agreement which they have to abide by, as well as the landlord as well, because they have certain repairing obligations. As of late in the news, there is talk about abolishing the Section 21. So this is going to have knock-on effects on the rental industry in terms of landlords wanting to recover their property for whatever reason, whether it's antisocial behaviour by the tenant, whether it's rent arrears, etc, etc. So if it is abolished, you solely got to rely on what's called a Section 8. So there becomes a lot more emphasis on going through the court process to regain your property if that's what you intend to do. So essentially it's going to become a lot harder to regain a property, especially if you've got no rent and legal protection on your property, because the courts are going to be inundated with claims by landlords and agents wanting to recover properties, and there's got to be certain specific reasons to recover properties, and this has got to be factored into the claim in the court if it does go down that way. So that's only a small part of the legal side of things. We at Belvoir are obviously kept abreast of all the legal changes. The land is always changing with regard to legislation from a weekly perspective at the moment, it seems. So we obviously are kept up to date through our franchise network of all these changes, and so we update our clients and our tenants accordingly when there are changes. So secondly, if we move to the financial aspect of letting a property. So it's not just a case of sticking a tenant in a property and hoping for the best and collecting the rent. You've got to think about things that go behind the actual structure, the ownership structure of a property, how the property is owned, whether it's individually or it's a jointly owned property, and also whether it's tenants in common or joint tenancy is the ownership structure of the property. Now, depending on which structure it is, does have different tax implications. Now, we're partnered with Franklin Financial Management, who specialise in wealth management, tax advice and the like. That company is able to advise us and our clients on different aspects of ownership of properties. So we've got a unique relationship that helps our clients to mitigate tax in terms of inheritance tax, capital gains tax, etc. So like I say, it's not just a case of collecting the rent, it's also structuring the property in the most tax efficient way possible. Again, that's a small aspect to the financial side of things. There's also mortgage considerations. Franklin also deal with mortgage offers and the like, and they will be able to help you get on the correct mortgage for your buy-to-let property, and in the long run this might save you a considerable amount of money. So we do have things at our disposal to offer you the correct advice and the most financially sound advice to help your portfolio grow and work for you. So lastly, we've got the maintenance aspect of letting a property. Now, it's always important to keep abreast of different maintenance changes that might be going on in the industry. You all probably know about the gas safety regulations that have been in nearly 20 years now, or over 20 years. So, you know, it's having a gas certificate done every 12 months and making sure your heating system is functioning in the correct way as possible. Because if it's not, it's obviously going to cost you more money, it's going to cost the tenant more money in terms of bills, therefore the tenant's not going to want to stay at the property. So it's essential that repairs are kept on top of with a rental property, because A, it protects your property, and B, it keeps your tenants in for longer. So it does need to be given consideration when renting your property out. We have local tradespeople that can help with all sorts of aspects of remedying faults in the property, whether it be electrical, whether it be gas, whether it be a locksmith, whether it be a handyman. We've got the whole team behind us to help with all sorts of issues with the property. So it's just to recap that we at Belvoir can help you with every aspect of your rental, but you need to bear in mind that it's not just collecting the rent and popping around every now and again. There's a lot more involved with it. So that's why we're specialists in what we do, and we can offer you the right advice at any given time. So thanks for watching again, and look forward to the next instalment.